This is a clarification of where I stand compared to all the other so-called gurus out there that think they know what the hell's going on. First off, I want to say, nowhere out there has it ever been said that we were supposed to learn anything other than our ABCs. Our ABCs refer to understanding, learning and understanding the 1099A, the 1099B, and the 1099Cs. ABCs does not stand for the alphabet. If they wanted you to learn the alphabet, they would have said, you need to learn the alphabet. That encompasses all the letters of the alphabet. The ABCs did not cover all the letters of the alphabet, so it could not refer to understanding the alphabet. Come on, people, think a little here. And then you turn around and look at the dollar, and it says, in God we trust. It's about a trust. It's not about an estate. It's about a trust. It says it right on the money. And then if you understand what happened with Moses back, what was it, about 3,000 years or so ago, basically the capstone on the Great Pyramid was the treasury that the Pharaoh had. That when the Hebrews left town, they took the gold with them because they were in servitude, not in slavery, servitude. And basically the Pharaoh was using all of their energy and everything, and that was what the wealth of the country was built upon. That was the gold that basically the country had at its surplus, was the wealth that was owed to the people that did the servitude. So when the Hebrews left town, they took it with them. Now that is what is on the dollar bill. That is looking at us. That is ours. We are the owners of this country. We are the shareholders of the corporations. Income tax return says we have an income coming back from these corporations. It's a tax return to us, the owners. That's what a 1040 tax return is supposed to be. We're not supposed to be paying. We're supposed to be receiving a return on our collateral that we have put up for the country corporations. But we have not been getting our 1099Bs and our 1099 OIDs so we could properly file that 1040 form. We do not do the 1099B. I thought that we did, but I changed my mind on that. I originally, about 3 years ago, thought we were supposed to do the 1099 OIDs. We don't do that. We are not the person at the top of that form. That is them, the corporations. They have to do it. You do it, and you are doing it fraudulently. Don't listen to these other gurus that are telling you that you have the right to do it. You don't. You have the right to do the 1099A. That is an acquisition or picking up abandoned property. And then the 1099C is that we can cancel the debt that they owe to us. And basically that takes the debt off their books because the corporations all operate as debt as their money. So when we cancel their debt, then basically they have to give us the real asset in return that they owe us. We do a 1040 return, and basically we have to send a 1040Z in with it if we want to get paid exponentially in a timely manner. It says it right on the 1040Z form. But everybody looks at it and they've got it written up to where it looks like you've got to pay them. Well, you make out a negative 1040-V to receive the money that is owed to you. 90% of the 1040 form is all garbage. It's basically like the census form. There's only one thing that is needed on that census form, and that is how many people live here. That's what's in the big square box. On the 1040 form, there's a square box on it too. It's right above line 7. How many people are basically claimed on this return? How many exemptions? Basically, it should come down to about 1. Unless you're married, and then 2, and then if you got kids, then you would put them in there. So basically, you're covering all the people that basically are coming under your protection when you are filing that return. Then you go down, and you should be filing on a 1040 return. Go down to line 61. You should have your 1099As, your 1099Bs from them, your 1099 OIDs from them, and if you've done any 1099Cs, you would put down what is owed back to you in that line, on line 61. Then you add that up, and basically that's what you're supposed to get paid back in the return. You make out a negative 1040V and send that in. There's a different address on where the 1040V goes than where the 1040 form goes. You send it to where the 1040V form goes. It'll get processed much faster. Now the same thing holds true with a 1041. If you have an estate and basically you're rolling some of this out of your Social Security trust, like I said, Social Security trust. It's just a dry accessing trust account. And that gets over to our Clyde Commissary, which is a branch bank. It's a trust and bank of the Central Bank of America, the Treasury, the real Treasury, our capstone on the pyramid of America, so that we can take our share of the gold out of the capstone. Now, there was a guy the other night that called into Angel Stark's show, and Gene Keating was the guest speaker on there. And basically, Gene Keating said that I'm a student of his. I am not a student of Gene Keating's. I have not talked to him in at least 9 months or more. And I was never a student of his. I've looked at some of his material like I've looked at some of the material from a lot of these other gurus. I have tried to process it through. None of it has worked. Gene is looking at things from the wrong aspect. He's looking at it from a corporation's aspect. We are an individual. We are the owner and the shareholder. We are not a corporation. All we have to do is understand the 1099A, B, and C. That's what we were told. We were not told to go and learn the UCC. We were not told to go and learn all this other stuff. Now, if you're a corporation, you have to learn that stuff. So stick with what we were told to do. And basically, you may find your damn remedy. But you go following these other gurus that, Gene on that call was spouting off so damn much garbage that nobody in their right mind could follow a damn thing that he was talking about. David Clarence, another guy that I have talked to. And basically, I tried to put some information into him. He grouped up with a guy that I was on talk shoes with by the name of Tim. They decided to go off and go after estates. It's not an estate. There is an estate within the trust for a man. An estate in the private side is only land. In the public side, it can cover more items, but in the private side, it's only land. Now, a trust can hold the estate in the private side and also holds all your other assets, your interests that basically you have monetary-wise. I told a couple people about a year and a half or so ago, if they can't give a seminar and tell people how to pay for the seminar, then their seminar ain't worth shit. I told this to Tim Turner. I told this to Jack Smith. I told this to Victoria Joy. I've talked to Roger Elvick. I've talked to quite a few different people and basically tried to work with them in this process because I thought that basically they might come around into some of this. I am a student of nobody, okay? I'm a student of truth. That's what I'm a student of. And I've been trying to find the real truth and break it down. Now, the other night when I was on the AIB radio, I told the people how to pay for the seminar or for supporting AIB radio. All you have to do is fill out a 1099-A. You are the bank, your Social Security accessing account. And basically you get a hold of AIB Radio, Desert, or whoever, and get their EIN or SSN, and basically you make a payment to them with just the 1099-A. You put it, how much you're going to give to them in block 2, and then block 4 is the same amount. And basically you say you're making a payment for this. You can make up a simple little invoice so you keep that with your bank's records, which you will keep the C copy, and you put that into your bank's records, your Social Security accessing bank and trust records. You send the B copy to Desert or AIB Radio or whoever, and then they have to turn around and claim that on their income tax return. Not payment, return. That says income tax return. It does not say income tax settlement. It does not say income tax payment. Have to start reading what is on these forms. And basically then start sitting down and understanding who the players are in this. We are in a wagering monetary system of exchange. We take our assets, our signature. If we were to basically go out and want to buy a house, all we would have to do would be to do the 1099-A. No 1040-V. The 1040-V goes with the 1040 form. And you don't do a money order. You basically just fill out that 1099-A, send it down into Kansas City or wherever. That's where I have to send mine, or wherever you need to send it. When you send the 1099 or 1096 form in overseeing that document. Then they move that asset out of your account and move it over to the other person's account, and they have to come in and claim it. It's just a simple exchange. So we've been trying to make this thing so damn complicated, it's ridiculous. Like I said, what Gene was talking about the other night is basically from the corporate standpoint, not from the individual standpoint. And we are individuals. We are not corporations. We are the creditor, we are the shareholder, and we are the owner of America, of our state, of our county, of our city that we were born in. One other thing that he was talking about was all this gobbledygook that they're submitting into court. Well, basically, if you get into court and you've got a mortgage or anything, one of the key things is you should have already filed something against the mortgage company about where in the hell is my 1099-B and where in the hell is my 1099 OIDs. If you do not supply these to me, I will submit a 3949A into the CID of the IRS, because you are committing a tax violation by not giving those to me so I can pick up my money that is owed to me. The next thing, if you do get into court, it's very simple. Keep your damn mouth shut. Hand the court another document. And I've got it posted on the site there. It's a cross-filing document. That is what is right in the law dictionaries. A cross-action, a cross-filing, a cross-demand. Look up what the cross is all about. Jesus bore his cross 2,000 years ago. The same damn thing. He was in court. Read the Bible. He was not being tortured. They have polluted the hell out of that portion of the Bible. He was in court. He appeared before Pilate. He appeared before the others in court. And he was doing cross-filings against them. He was really to be known as the crucifier, not the crucified. Because he was crucifying their documents that they were trying to get him into contract with. They could not touch him because he was never an insider. Now, John the Baptist was an insider, and John the Baptist spilt the beans, so basically he lost his head, just like JFK did. He got his brain blown out. JFK did, anyway. Because he was trying to spill too much of the beans. And that's what happens to when you are one of the insiders. So, your court cases, and basically with the IRS the same way. Where is my 1099-B? Where is my 1099 OID? You've been using my assets in a wagering monetary, as a wagering monetary instrument. That means that you were either out there writing bonds off against it, which would require a 1099-B, or you bartered it like the banks do and turned it into FRNs and also turned around and wrote bonds too. So it's basically for a bank, they do dual duty, but most of these other places like the insurance and everything else, they just do the bonds. The court just does the bonds. But they owe you a 1099-B. Any court case, basically, you have to say, court, where in the hell is my 1099-B? So that I can get paid so that basically then I'll pay you if it's really a true violation. I said this well over a year or two ago about court cases. I just didn't have all the pieces down and basically never had a damn helping hand from half these damn gurus out there that are keep misleading the people away from the real truth. 8281 form. That is not for the individual. We cannot do that form. The 706 is for an estate. The 709. Those forms are basically not for us. Skip generation? Come on. I don't remember ever growing up and saying, hey, you've got to learn the 8281 form, or you've got to learn the 706 form, or the 709 form, or some of these other damn things. We were told to learn the ABCs. We were told that basically on the dollar bill, in God we trust. Everything is in trust. It's not in estate. And then the capstone on the dollar. So all these people have been running around with all this extra evilness, all this, the stuff on the dollar is symbolism, and basically it's all evil and everything. They don't know what the hell they're talking about. I'm going to call this one my blowing off steam tape. So basically, you can either do what you want to with it. I'm going to try and come back on, and I'm going to go in a little more detail in another one, in a little calmer manner, about the 1099s and also the 1040 and the 1041 forms. Talk to you later.